You made this?
Hey y'all, it's me, Slayed by Jordan. Mwah. The company we are working with today is the lovely Curlsqueen. Y'all already know they always send over some bomb hair. Let's get into this beautiful packaging. While I'm showing you the goodies that came in my packaging, I want to tell you a little bit more about Curlsqueen's bundles. Their bundles are 150 grams each, so you only need 2 bundles. That's why I'm showcasing today the 2 bundles of 20-inch light Yaki bundle wefts. They are in the color Balayage-natural black roots with ash brown, ash blonde, and ash honey blonde highlights. Like I said, their bundles are super full, so you only need 2. We're going to do a quick weave today, so let's get started. We have our girl Jazz here, and right now what I'm doing is just parting out her leave out. She will be wearing a middle part today. So you just want to go ahead and part your part wherever you're going to part it, and then you're going to make a section on both sides of the part and make sure you leave out enough hair to cover the tracks. Everybody will have a different amount depending on your length and your density. Now for my foundation underneath all my quick weaves, I like to make 2 anchor braids going around the leave out and all across the circumference of the head.
You made this?
So now to get that hair flat quickly, because we're doing a quick weave, I'm just going to do some big under braids. For her hair, I only did 2 under braids today, and like I said, this all depends on your density and your length as well. Sometimes I do 2, sometimes I do 4, sometimes I do 6. I've even done 8 before. It just depends on how long, how thick your hair is. But I prefer under braids because the braid sits within itself, so you could do less braids and it's flat. Even if you like to do a bunch of small braids because that's your preference, if you know how to under braid, I would highly recommend that. It will make your quick weave even flatter. I find that when you do normal big braids, they still poke out underneath the cap. You'll always find that I sew down the tails of the hair and the cap to her head with blonde thread. I like to use blonde thread because whenever she takes this out or whoever takes it out, they can clearly know what is thread and what is hair. It just makes the removal process easier. We are trying to keep our natural hair underneath these installs healthy. We do not need to be growing the hair just to cut it off during the removal process. So now for the actual protective part of the quick weave, we're going to use some mega wrap strips. I like the black kind because they're thicker and more durable. And you're just going to cover all of the braids or wherever you're going to be gluing tracks at. And once you have all those wrap strips on, you're going to put your one black stocking cap on, and you're going to sew that all around the perimeter on that anchor braid with your blonde thread. This is going to protect your hair from any glue. It's not the cap that protects your hair from the glue, it's the wrap strips that protect it from the glue. And you have to sew it on so that the cap stays on the head, because I've seen people say that they do this method and it doesn't work. Y'all, you have to sew the cap down. If you don't sew the cap down, you just gluing tracks to air. You have to sew the cap down. You can also use the liquid cap or the glue protectant liquid. I don't like using that. I feel like, it adds time to my thing and it just doesn't last as long. I feel like, not even feel like, I know for a fact, sewing down your cap will always last longer than using a liquid cap. For those of my girls who are gym girlies, live a very active lifestyle, you just be doing a lot, you will want to get your cap sewed down. Trust me, your quick weaves will last so much longer. And now to make our weft stick easier to the cap, you want to spray some Pump It Up Gold Spritz. This is the best type of hairspray to use on the cap. This works so much better versus using like freeze spray or even spray or any other spritz. Pump It Up Gold is the best spritz to use for a quick weave, y'all. I feel like it was literally made for this. And once it's fully dry, you just want to cut off all that excess cap all around the head, including around the leave out. Make sure when you're cutting it around the leave out that you take your time. You do not want to cut your leave out, y'all. Let's please protect the hair that we have on our head. Oh my gosh, y'all. Slow it down. I know y'all be in a rush, but please, let's just slow it down for a second. I'm going to use 30-second Pro Glue to glue our tracks in today. She likes fullness in her face, so we're going to start gluing her tracks right in her face. The way you lay your tracks is how your hair will fall. So being that she likes hair in her face, I'm going to take it all the way up to the highest right point, all the way to the highest left point. When you lay your tracks like this, you create a lot of fullness in the face. Also, this is a great method to use when you have clients that have thinness in the front or maybe even alopecia and you want to give the illusion of fullness in the front. Go ahead and start laying your tracks directly in their face. So you're going to do it in a U shape. As you can see, we got that front really full. So now we're just gonna lay our tracks from side to side, from right side to left side, once we get to the top around the crown area. And now to make sure we have the ultimate blend, you're gonna lay that last track right in between that space between the leave out and the cap. Don't worry, it's not gonna rip your hair out. I promise you, it's gonna come off just as easy as if you were to put it just on the cap. But I like to put that last track very close to the leave out, so when it's time to blend, it's just a flawless blend, as you will see in a few moments. And now it's time to blend that leave out. But y'all, look at those bundles. The color of these bundles were so beautiful. Curlsqueen did an amazing job. This light Yaki texture is about to blend in with her natural hair so good. And like I said, y'all, this is only two bundles. Two bundles and it's super full. Like, the reason why Curlsqueen is a little bit more expensive than other companies is because the quality is high, and these bundles can last you well over a year. You can bleach them, you can color them, you can cut them, you can curl them, you can straighten them. These are real human hair bundles. So now to blend her leave out, I'm just gonna hot comb her roots, and I'm gonna even split that little section up into two just to really get it really straight. And then I'm just gonna press her out with my flat iron. I did put some Chi Silk Infusion on her leave out before I hot combed it and pressed it. And as you can see, baby, once I get done with these last two pieces, that hair is gonna blend right into those light Yaki Weft bundles. This is why I love Curlsqueen, y'all. You just cannot beat quality, and it's so important to get a texture that matches your natural texture, because look at this blend. I did not have to burn her hair out to get this blend. This is what I'm talking about, okay? And y'all, these are the bundles fresh out the pack. I didn't have to wash them or anything, and y'all, they blend with her natural hair so good. You already know we're gonna do some curls and layers today, as you can see from the thumbnail. So right now I'm just using her leave out as a guide, and we're gonna do some face framing layers. I like to take my layers all the way to the back so that the hair will fall into a V. I'm also gonna lay the hair in the inside a little bit off camera, but this is just the base of my layers and curls. I always do a face framing, using the leave out as a guide, and I take it all the way to the back so that the hair will fall in a V. That way the curls can really frame the face. So now we're going to curl the hair using our 1.25-inch curling iron from T3. And you already know we're going to just curl everything away from the face. And we're going to pin our curls as we go. This is going to help your curls last, y'all. You got to make sure that your curl fully cools down before you just drop it. Because when you drop it when it's hot, gravity is already pulling down on it. It doesn't make your curls last long. And that's with any hair. So you want to always pin your curls as you go. And then when they finally cool down, you can take them out and be the beautiful, luscious human being that you are.
time to break it in. 32 live on pants size, cause I'm trying breaking it. New condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had to pop a shoe to recreate the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said take your time, what's the rush? Take your time. I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a man. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. I'm a dog, I'm a man. I can smoke already so cold in my blood. I see fast pretty faking, so I got trouble trusting. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. I'm a dog, I'm a man. No crib talking come through, it's time to break it in. 32 live on pants size, cause I'm trying breaking it. New condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had to pop a shoe to recreate the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said take your time, what's the rush? Take your time. I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. She said take your time, what's the rush?
While my curls are still pinned up, I'm going to spray some Sebastian Shaper Plus hairspray, and then I'm just going to wait for them to all cool down. And now we're back. Magically, they have finally cooled down, and we're just going to drop our curls, and we're just going to start doing our final touches to get a smooth and polished look. Look at how juicy these curls are. Like, that's what I'm talking about. You got to pin your curls, y'all. And y'all, this is our middle part quick weave featuring Curlsqueen. I love y'all. Let's get into that final look. Thank you again, Curlsqueen, for sending me these two bundles of light Yaki Weft bundles in the Balayage highlight color. Make sure you check the description box below for more information. I love you all so much. Goodbye.